Hello and welcome to episode number 4 of Circuit Superstars Physics. This time we want to see what changes if you want to calculate your fuel consumption on ovals instead of regular tracks. So we are going to try this with prototype, and I set the fuel consumption to 400, and we are going to see how much fuel do we need on a regular lap and how much fuel do we need on a in lap or out lap, because on ovals this does make quite a huge difference compared to other tracks where the pit lane is very short compared to the overall length of the track. So look at my fuel at the middle, let's say 84, and let's see how much fuel we need for one lap. So it was just about 84 near the haystack. So I think it was like a bit like 33 or something. No. And now we are at 19. So 84 minus 19 is 65. And 65, so we did need about 32 and a half. Now we are going to see how much fuel we need on a in or out lap. So we are going to do an out lap now, followed by an in lap, and see how much fuel we use. So we started at 100 obviously. So this is the out lap, and it's finished now. And now we start the in lap. So we are going to pit. And we stop at the pit entry. So we used 52. On my tests before, I needed about 25.5 on average, compared to the 32.5 on a regular lap, which is about 21% less. And I also tried this with GT. It was about 20%, so overall you can roughly estimate it to be 20% less fuel consumption on a in or out lap. I also did a short test on Speedopolis with prototype. It was 18%. And now we are going to look at an example how this could help you when you want to determine how much pit stops you're going to do. So at the top you see the 0.8. That's the relative fuel consumption in an in or out lap compared to a regular lap. It just basically means you need 20% less, right? So you need 0.8 from what you regularly use. So, and typically if you, for example, have a race with 21 laps, you would generally think that you can do 4 laps, because 5 laps would be 105, so a bit too much. So in a lap of 23 laps, you would think that you need to do 5 pit stops, for example, at lap 4, 8, 12, 16 and 20. So, but now let's use our knowledge we gained from the test. So in a in or out lap, you only need 16.8 fuel compared to 21. So can we do 5 laps in our first or last stint? Well, in a regular lap we need 21. So 4 laps if we want to do 5 overall. So we have 4 laps without any in or out lap, which would need 84 fuel. Then we have an in lap if we are talking about the very first stint in the race, where we would need 16.8. So overall, that would be 108. So that would be a bit too much. And please keep in mind that I neglect things like maybe you need a bit less or more fuel if you're starting from the start and finish line. Um, we don't go into that much detail. This is just an example. So, and what about the other stints where you have one out lap and one in lap? So that's all stints which are not the first or the last one. So you have 3 laps in the middle of the stint where you need 63 overall, and on the in and out lap, summed up, you need 33.6. So overall you would only need 96.6. So that would definitely be possible to do 5 laps with this fuel consumption. So our adapted calculation would show that we only need to do 4 pit stops at lap 4, because we don't have enough for the first 5 laps, because we only have one in lap there, then 5, 5, 5, finishing up with 4, because we only have an out lap at the end. So this is just one example to show you how knowing that you save fuel in or out laps on ovals, obviously, can improve your pit stop strategies. As always, if you think I did something wrong, just let me know and post it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.